Okay, last box. Unless I find another one. Okay, what do we got here? I don't know. Not very heavy. Doesn't make noise when you drop it on the table. Unknown at this point what this is. Don't look at that, that's cheating. There it is. Ah, belt drive pulley. Good packaging. Brand new belt drive. Supposed to be from Primo. If it is, it'll say it on it somewhere. Some markings right through here, but I can't read anything. Looks like it says 62 tooth would be my guess. It's 8mm, which is a pitch between the teeth. So there's the part number right there. So PS11-92, that'd be a Rivera number. So this is a Rivera Primo pulley. So they're not really around anymore, so there's a nice new one. Got a little rust right in here, which I don't like, but it's very, very light, so shouldn't be too bad. There's a little more here. A lot of this is oil and grease, but that's not rubbing off, so it is rust. Right, so I need to clean this area up, re-lube it, and put it in the shell. So if you want to do a belt drive on your panhead or knucklehead or whatever you want, here's one way of getting a belt drive. You buy a rear pulley, a front pulley, and a belt, and you got a belt drive. This is the expensive part. Alright, so got one of these. So this is what a PB1192. I don't know what the 92 is supposed to mean. Sure the hell ain't 92 teeth. It looks like 62 tooth. I think that's what I read over here. Right there. Looks like a 6.2. Alright, so there you go. I like that. I'm not a big fan of belt drives, but they do stop the oil leaks on the panhead and a knucklehead. So, a lot of people use them. I still like chains. Alright, there you go. And I'm back. Okay, I took a little CRC here. Sprayed on the bearing surface. I'm just rubbing it with my finger, so you know it's pretty abrasive. I'm just loosening up the stuff that was already in there. So I'm not even using a scrub brush or anything, just my finger. Just kind of wiping things off. The surface is cleaned up. CRC is a penetrant and a moisture dissipant. So it'll stop corrosion a little bit. Alright, I'll wipe this off. So there's what it looks like now. A lot better. So that big rust area right there is not, it's more like an acid etching and you don't really feel it. Where there is rust along this edge here, you can feel that. That's up on top of this surface here. So, next level of abuse is we spray it again. Like that. This time we get a little bit on this side over here. We get a little scrub pad. There's a green scrub pad. And you just take this and just work it over a little bit with the scrub pad. Knock off some of the heavier stuff. This. And if you bead blast, you're going to take the anodizing off the aluminum, which means it'll wear, so you don't want to do that. And if the rust is not very thick, You don't need to really remove all of it. You just gotta take care of what you have, and then put a little rust preservative on it so it doesn't get any worse. That's all you really gotta do. And these are pretty non-abrasive. By hand, with power tools will cut, but not by hand. It's not enough to really do much there. So, yeah, we just work this over a little bit. If you get some really thick area, you can take a little emery paper on it, sandpaper, and knock off the high spot real quick, and then go back to the scrub pad in it. Right here, these are pretty thick right through here. You hear it? So it's starting to get cleaned up pretty good now. You only got a couple high spots in there that really matter. So if you want to take off the little high spots right through here, this area here, you can do a little emery paper. A little piece of that. So this is some well-used 180 or 220 grit, so it's pretty fine. So you don't want to get too carried away, just want to knock off the high stuff. You can pretty much feel on your finger when you're doing something. Here's the heavier stuff right down here. Do kind of your X sanding deal there. It wouldn't hurt to have this on a piece of hard material so you don't take off more than you need to. It wouldn't hurt. I think I'm alright. Smoothed it up pretty good. Put some more CRC back on there again. Go back to our scrub pad. Now all I really got to do is put on my Sun hone and hit it with the ID and take it all off, but this shows you what you can do by hand. You don't have to have a bunch of fancy tools. So far we got $5 worth of crap here and a can of goop. Maybe 20 bucks. A little hand labor. That's all you need. There you go, all cleaned up. You can see those marks, but when you run your finger across, you don't really feel hardly anything. Right here I don't feel anything. Right here I can feel that high spot right there a little bit. But it's pretty much gone. It's not really sticking up above the surface hardly at all. I'm running my fingernail on it right now. You barely even hear me touching it. So the rest of it's nice and smooth, looks good. That big rust spot there I was worried about, it's nothing. The stuff that I thought was grease gobs, which are these, are the bad spots. So, oh well, overall that's pretty good. So put a little oil on there if you want. A little ATF works great. Put a little bit of grease on it. You don't need to put a 1/4 inch layer of grease on it. Just put a light smear layer and call it done. You don't have to put the stuff in a 1/4 inch layer of grease. People get carried away. Me, I just spray it my CRC and like that. Run around your finger a couple times like that to make sure it's all the way around the surfaces. And come by with a light rag, wipe off the excess. We're not wiping it all off, just the drippy stuff. Boom, it's like that. It's protected. Throw it into a box or just put it up on a shelf. As long as it's not in direct air all the time, it won't be a problem. But if you just put it in a little baggie or something, a little piece of paper over it, you'll be good. There you go. Like new again.